because I talk about it now. Before I wouldn't talk about it, but I talk about it now. Andre Harrell was managing me before Hiram Hicks. When I first got my record deal, he managed me for just a couple of months. And he came to me with the idea of being the queen of hip hop soul, the queen of the ghetto. And I told him no. I said, that's not me. I was like, because I was dressing all crazy then and, going to Europe a lot and all of that. And I was like, that's not me to be, the queen of the ghetto. I can't pull that off. I'm like, yeah, I'm from the Bronx, but I can't pull that off. And I just didn't feel like it was for me. And of course, he ended up doing it. Jeff Red had brought in Mary J Blige.
Mary J.
And they were like, well, we have somebody. And when they brought it in, they were like, would you work with her? Would you do, some artist development with her? And I was like, okay, sure. While I'm home, I'll work with her. Mary was shy, but ghetto at the same time, very ghetto. And I was like, oh God. Like I remember, and I love Mary. That's my girl to this day. I love me some Mary. I haven't seen Mary in some years. But I remember getting my album cover, and they brought it to me and they showed me the record, and they're like, what do you think, Jack? The art department, was like, this is your album cover. What do you think? So I was like, oh, I think it's hot. It's nice. And I give it to Mary because she said, I want to see it. And, she was looking at it and she was like, oh, this is beautiful. So, we talking in there to the other people from the record label. And okay, when I'm leaving, I'm looking for the album cover. I was like, oh, let me get the album cover pictures. Let me see. Mary was sitting on the picture. So it's in the chair under her butt. And I was like, Mary, you sitting on my picture? And she was like, what? No, what? Oh my gosh, yes, I'm sorry. You can't tell me Mary didn't do that on purpose. I don't care what nobody say. You cannot tell me she didn't do that on purpose. But that, that was that.
Cutthroat. It's a cutthroat business.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. But she wasn't even like in yet. They were trying to groom her. And I know when she saw me, she probably was like, oh gosh, here we go. She coming here with a fur coat on and funky and oh man, and I feel, I felt what she saw, because I was always very humble and fun and laughing and be silly with everybody, but I could be intimidating, to other artists. And it was because I was very, what do you call it? I was confident in who I was, especially with my fashion and everything, because I used to work for German Vogue magazine. So that's where I got a lot of my, my fashion sense from, because I was working with, when I was singing with Keith, I was working for ABC. I used to work for ABC Radio, ABC Television, ABC Sports, and I was working for ABC Radio when I left. When the Make It Last Forever album started to hit, I had to leave my job because it was like that time. It was like, okay, now you gotta go. You gotta go on the road. The record is big, let's go. So I left my job, and I, like I said, I always had my little fashion sense. So I was very confident, in what I was bringing to the table with myself, and I wasn't, I just didn't, I never wanted nobody to feel bad or anything. So I was one of those, like, if they like something, I'm like, you like this, girl, I get it for you. That was me. I didn't want anybody to feel left out of anything or make them feel funny or anything. That was me all day. So, and I still do it to this day. I give everything out my closet. I'm like, take it. You can have it.
I said it in the beginning. You are one of the sweetest people, the dopest spirit. So it that's wonderful.